Hi guys, welcome to or welcome back to Cooking with Pouncy. Thank you so much for joining me here this evening. If you like what you see, please subscribe to my channel. I would like that very, very, very much if you have a mind to do so. Tonight I'm going to put together a Rueben sandwich. And most of you know what a Rueben sandwich is. You've not made one with Cooking with Pouncy though. So very easy, very simple. So we're going to walk through this process here this evening and get these Ruebens put together. I'll show you how I'm going to trim the brisket that was prepared yesterday and cooked it ahead, is what I'm trying to say. And so we'll get the excess fat trimmed off, and then I'll show you how I'm going to put the Ruebens together. Okay, so bear with me. And again, thank you so much for tuning in, and we're going to get these Ruebens on. I'm going to use provolone cheese instead of Swiss. I don't like Swiss, but anyway, I'm going to use some. You can use the cheese of your choice. You can use American cheese or cheddar or whatever you want to. Okay. Traditionally, I think it's Swiss, but I like provolone better. So I'm going to use some provolone cheese. I do have some pumpernickel bread, or rye, if you will, and that's going to be the sandwich bread for the sandwich. Obviously, I've got some sauerkraut here. Just show you can, but I've got some kraut over here that I'm going to be using. I store in these containers within the refrigerator. So I'm going to be taking an amount for 2 sandwiches out of here. I got to add to it that I'm going to put some of that kraut in this little dish, put it in my microwave, make it piping hot. So one of the things I'm after here, guys, as well, is I put this Rueben together, not just to toast the bread, because I'm going to put butter on both sides of it. This will be an ingredient list, guys. I'm going to butter the bread on both sides, just like I'm going to make some toast for toasting that sandwich once I get it together. But my kraut's going to be hot, my meat's going to be hot. I'm going to slice it up, and I'm going to put that meat in the microwave for an amount of time just to get it hot as well. I'm going to garnish those plates with some kosher dill pickles. You can use whatever kind of pickles you want. I've had these before. I'm going to try these and see if they probably won't give me the snap I'm after, but anyway, I'm going to be using those pickles. One of the other things I'll do too, I can say to you if you've not tried it, this happens to be cream style horseradish sauce. You can certainly do that with your sandwich once you finish and ready to chow down on it. A little bit of that on the end of the sandwich, and if you get real brave, you can use regular hot horseradish on there too. It just adds another bit of flavor to the entire sandwich. I've got some Thousand Island dressing. Please don't yell at me, guys. The store didn't have any Russian. Russian dressing is very easy to make as well. However, I just got some Thousand Island dressing that I'm going to use. It's good. It's a good item or product, if you will, to put on that sandwich. So, minus the Russian dressing, I got Thousand Island. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to now stop talking, and I'm going to take this operation to the cutting board. That is the brisket itself. Again, that brisket was cooked yesterday. The brisket weighed about 2 pounds, maybe a little over 2 pounds. I cooked it for 2 hours and 45 minutes. The package recommended 3 hours, but I know where I want it in the tenderness with the fork and all that sort of thing. So this actually was there for, again, 2 hours and 45 minutes. And I know it's going to be perfect in terms of what I'm after for the tenderness of this beef. So I got a cap right here that I'm going to take off, part of the point right here. I'm going to remove that. I think you can see what I'm doing. I'm going to remove that. So what I'm just going to do here now, guys, is I'm just going to remove the excess fat. I'll take my glasses off so I can see. I'm just going to remove the excess fat, and there is excess fat, okay? And you don't trim any fat off of this brisket. Once you open your package, dump it in the water, and that's how I did it. I boiled them, simmered them, and all that stuff for that 2 hours and 45 minutes. So, but I didn't trim any fat off of it. You don't have to. But now you want to trim that fat off once it's cooked, all right? That's the back side of it. Obviously, the fat is not there. Now, let me touch on the slicing here, too. And I've said this in videos, and perhaps you guys know this as well. The grain of this corned beef brisket is running this way. I don't know that you can see that, but it's running this way. It's like stringy going that way, okay? So when I slice this brisket, guys, I'm going to be going this way, always slicing it across the grain. Even if you aren't doing corned beef, any kind of meat you're slicing, slice it across the grain. That's going to make a better chew for you, and it's going to make a much better sandwich than trying to pull at it and eat the sandwich, okay? So we're going to do that. I'm going to start trimming, and I'm going to take this cap off right here. How do you make that Rueben hot, the whole Rueben hot, not just the toasted bread, right? So that's what I do, and that's why I'm going to put this corned beef in the microwave, and the sauerkraut as well. And when I put that together to toast it, everything's already pretty hot in the middle of that sandwich, and all I'm going to do is toast it, and it'll be ready. So that's all the trimming I'm going to do, as we got all that excess fat off, and look at how much fat that is. But I'm ready to start trimming this bad guy right here. And let's get this over here and get this all off of here. I'm being careful with my knife, guys. This knife is very, very sharp. And that's another thing I should tell you too. Your knife should be very, very sharp, because you want a sharp knife. I've got an electric slicer here somewhere. I have no idea where it is. But anyway, my grain is going like this, all right? And I'm just going to show you, not with this boning knife. I'm going to show, and I say that because I need a bigger knife, right? I'm going to show you how thin I want this. I want it, if you're going to slice it with a knife, make it as thin as you possibly can. Typically when you buy them, I got a knife right here. When you buy them in a restaurant environment, they're sliced on a slicer, and of course the slicer can slice it really, really thin. You can do the same thing if you got a really, really sharp knife, okay? So I'm going to just start. Here's the grain once again, going like that. And I'm going to cut across it this way, right? So I'm going to start here. I could have started over here, but I'm going to start here because it's more square off right here, right? So I'm going to just get my first little slice, and it's okay, see? All right. See, I'm going to be putting all these slices on that bread anyway, so it doesn't matter if one of them breaks or something like that. Don't worry about it. And I'm slicing it pretty thin, guys, and it's going to be very, very tender. So I'm not going to bore you with the rest of the slicing process. I'm not going to bore you. That didn't come out right, I guess. I'm not going to bore you with the rest of the slicing process here. But it's real easy. Again, cutting it across the grain is going to give you a much, much better sandwich. So let me just pick up a piece of it here. Show you here how tender it is. It's very tender, okay? And once it gets hot, it's going to just go like that, and it's, oh yeah. So anyway, guys, I'm going to be back shortly. I'm going to have all the meat I need for the 2 sandwiches I'm going to make, and then I'll show you how I toast them and put it all together. As we're going to continue the process of putting this together. Got our corned beef all sliced up. Here's our provolone cheese, not Swiss. Whatever cheese you desire, of course. My kraut is hot now because I just took it out of the microwave. I've got enough corned beef here for 3 sandwiches. Maybe 4, but we'll make it 3. Okay, so we're going to do that. Here's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to butter my bread on both sides. All right. Okay, that's what we're going to do here. That's for the toasting process, all right? So I'm not trying to make this look difficult, because it really, really isn't, guys, okay? Let's do that. I'm going to turn it over. Do the same thing here. Okay, just lightly butter it. So all I want to do is have a nice toasted sandwich. Again, here we go. Okay, so we got our kraut is hot. I just took it out of the microwave. And my corned beef is also hot. I just took that out of the microwave as well. I'm going to get this together, and we're going to have our hot Reubens through and through and toasted. That's what this is all about, guys. That's what kind of distinguishes the whole thing from the whole thing there, if you know what I mean. I got my hot corned beef here. Let's get that on here. Hot, hot, hot. Okay. That smells so good, guys, I'm telling you. Let's get some of this kraut on here. And that is hot. My pan is heating behind me there. All we got to do now is put our Thousand Island, or if you had some Russian, you could use Russian, I guess. Not I guess. I've used it many times. I didn't have any. So that's that, okay? That's all we need to that. Put the other side of our bread here. Okay, and we're ready to toast that. My pan's already over here. And I can't touch it with my hands, but I'll move it over. Versatile here. And that's going to be nice and toasty. At medium to get these things toasted, okay? All right, guys, here we go. Got our pans nice and hot here. And you want to be careful. You don't want it too hot, because you don't want to burn those. But they are looking good. They are looking good. I'm telling you, people. Over there, and I got enough room here for another one. I think, yes, I do. All right. Okay. And again, one of the keys, guys, is to make everything hot before you while you're putting the sandwich together. I'm going to cover it here. That's going to keep that heat in as well. This one isn't going to sweat because it's got a hole in it, but it really doesn't make that much difference. But you don't want to make the sandwich soggy, which is what I mean when I say I prefer that. I can already see it starting to sweat right here, but that hole will let that vapor out of there, okay? I'm going to kick it up just a little bit. And I just heard it humming and get them nice and hot. And I'll probably only turn them once as they're heating up here, just to get the other side. You see the butter on that bread there, just to get it nice and toasted. And then we're going to be ready to plate this up. So that's that process, guys. And I'm going to be taking them out of here once they get nice and, I keep wanting to say brown, but they're already brown. So you know what I mean, though. Nice and toasted, okay? So that's what we're going to do. And then we'll have them on the cutting board and slice them up for you. So hang in there, guys. All right, guys, we're about to wrap this Rueben operation up. They look so good. I'm just saying, okay? And again, they're nice and I can see the brownness that I wanted. They're not burnt, of course. But let's just do that. I'm going to set this one aside. And my burner's off. And we're going to cut these now. They look good, guys, and they smell good, I'm telling you. All right. I'm going to cut them diagonal like this. I'm going to do the same thing here. Oh, yes. And let's just do this. We're going to just do this. And we're going to do this one like this the same way. And then we're going to take our pickle, my pickles that I had over here, and just to dress this plate up here a bit. I want a pickle on each side just to dress it up. I'll take a spear here. All right, because I'm a fanatic, guys. I'm just telling you. Let's put another one on that side. And let's do the same thing over here. Okay. One on each side. Let's put a little sprig of grapes, I say, like right here. Yes, let's see what I'm doing here. Put my little fanatical self here. I got a little sprig of grapes there. Let's put one right here as well. On these nice, beautiful Reubens. And again, like I said, I've got some horseradish sauce over there, or some horseradish, which is good when you're eating it. Just kind of dip the end of it in there, whatever you want to do with your own, I guess. I'm going to probably put some chips on here as well for another little side to munch on while we're eating these beautiful Reubens. Again, here they are, guys, and I certainly hope that if you decide to make this for yourself and your family, that you guys will enjoy it. I'm trying to make sure you see the inside. You guys will enjoy this as much as we're going to enjoy these scrumptious Reubens here tonight, guys. So again, thank you so much for tuning in to Cooking with Pouncy. Please subscribe to my channel if you have a mind to. Pass this on as you see fit. And let me know what you think as well. Again, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.